What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. Welcome back to Being Around the World, the series where we tour Xbox One maps you might not be familiar with. Today we have a special treat. We are joining Leisure Gaming for a tour of his Notch Rapids. You guys might remember Leisure from Notchland, the wildly successful amusement park that he created on the Minecraft 360. Hundreds of thousands of downloads here to date on PC and the Xbox. This guy is a great theme park builder, and we're going to take a look at his latest project, Notch Rapids. Now, Notchland was an amusement park full of games. Notch Rapids is a water park full of games. So you guys are going to be seeing something pretty unique. I don't think I've ever seen a water park or heard of a water park in Minecraft. So this is all new to me, guys. So we're going to take a little tour of this place. First thing I need to say is that he has been building this on the 360. This is a 360 build. He's transferred it over to the One so I can take a tour of it. Thank you, Leisure Gaming, for allowing me into your world and giving us a glimpse in this work in progress. He's about 86% done. I don't know how he came to that number. It's very precise, but it is 86% done. And there's going to be a lot of aesthetic things added and a lot more games coming. So, you know, keep in contact with Leisure Gaming for more updates. Now, the way this park works is there's two ways to get around the place. You can get around through the boats, because he's got water canals going all through the park, or you can go on the walking paths. It's up to you. Maybe a combination of both. Doctor Who fans will immediately notice the TARDIS, and then I was like, what are these TARDI? What's the plural of TARDIS? What are these TARDI doing here? What are the TARDI doing in a water park? Well, these are the amusement park bathrooms. Okay, these are the bathrooms. They're pretty big, you know. Maybe they're bigger on the inside. Who knows? I'm not a big fan of Doctor Who, but I realize the cult phenomenon, the cult following it has. So I'm sure there's people out there who are in love with these bathrooms. Of course, there's the men and the women's. Now, he wanted these bathrooms to be more than just bathrooms. He also wanted them to be like Easter egg places you could explore. This is not a game. This is just an Easter egg thing you can explore. So there's the actual bathrooms, but these bathrooms are much more than that. They're like TARDISes, or TARDI. I don't know which. They're like a TARDI, so you're going to see a lot of Doctor Who type stuff. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with the show, but apparently each one's got a kitchen, and a reading area, and all sorts of secret areas that you can find. Oh, man. Pretty cool. So, let's see, 86% done. He's worked on this with Morbid Fantasy a little bit. Most of this has been done by Leisure Gaming himself, but he does have a partner in crime who helps him with these builds, and his name is Morbid Fantasy, and I think he helped him with Notchland as well. He's been working on this since February of this year. So Notchland took 8 months. Notch Rapids is now, what, 9 months? No, my math's not so good. 10 months? There we go. 10 months in, so yeah, he's clicking along, doing his thing. There's the women's TARDIS and the men's TARDIS. Did I mention that? Of course, the women's is a little bit different. It's got the feminine touch, you know what I mean? A lot of candles and incense burning and stuff like that. Some potpourri. Alright. This was very impressive, guys. Now, a lot of the builds that I've been showing off for Being Around the World have been purely aesthetic. People have been building art, and they love to build art, and that's why they do it. The reason that Leisure Gaming has built both of these theme parks is for his kids. Now, you know, he built it for his kids in mind. He built Notchland for his daughter when she was 3 or 4 years old. He's building his Notch Rapids now for his son, who's off in the distance there. And it's got a Krusty Krab. Of course it's got a Krusty Krab. Why wouldn't it have a Krusty Krab? We are in a water-themed park, so he's got to have his Krusty Burgers. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So we're going to go into Krusty Krab. He wants, like Minecraft, guys, just like the game of Minecraft, he wants these theme parks to be played by people of all ages. Whether you're 4 or 400, you love SpongeBob, right? Everyone loves SpongeBob. So the idea for this was, you know, he built it for his kids to play on, but he's also building it for the community. And the community is comprised of everything from very young children to very old adults like myself. And so that's what he wants the theme park to be like. Oh, hello. Doesn't smell too good over there. That's what he wants the park to be like. He wants it to be an adventure for people of all ages. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of pixel art in the background. Alright, so we're going to go from game to game now. I apologize immediately. I'm not going to be able to remember all the rules to all the games. This is Blastos. I do remember this one. There's 2 man cannons on each side of me. And I'm going to try to look at the rules as much as possible. If you guys want to freeze the tape and read the rules, that's up to you. But basically the rules of this game are 2 people are going to get in the cannons. The man cannon launchers. They're going to launch you up into the air. And you score points based on where you land, which ring you land in. The harder the ring is to land in, the more points you get. Yeah, look at that. So you're going to fly up to very high in the air and you come down and get in a ring. Blastos. I like that one. That's a cool game. I wish I could play. I wish we had time to play. We only have time to look at the games today. Not going to be able to play very much. Alright, well, we're going to try to see every game, at least glimpse at every game, guys. He's 86% done, so there's going to be more to come, but what he has so far is pretty cool. Ninja Warrior Wipeout. He said this is a combination between Ninja Warrior and Wipeout, 2 Japanesey types game shows. If you don't know what they are, basically Ninja Warrior is an obstacle course that tests your strength and your ability and your speed and your determination and your courage. It's just a series of obstacle courses that are going to put you to the test, and only the most warrior-like of all the Japanese people can complete the course. And of course it's timed and all that. And Wipeout is a show where people just are trying to get through an obstacle course as fast as they can, and they pretty much injure themselves. I mean, their bodies are flying. It's a lot less intense as Ninja Warrior. It feels like more like run-of-the-mill ordinary people are competing, as opposed to Ninja Warrior where they're all top athletes. But Wipeout is fun to watch because you see people get injured and their bodies go flying. It's pretty cool. So this is the combination of the 2. And at first glance, I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, it's a parkour course. It's pretty difficult, as you can tell. Very difficult parkour course. But there is an element in here that I really like, and it's not the ladder parkour. You guys know how much I hate ladders in Minecraft. I would not want to compete on this section. But look at this right here. I thought this was super cool. Look at this. So you have to activate the pressure plate to activate the piston to make the jump. It's all based on timing. Lord help you if there's lag. But if there's no lag, it's super challenging and fun and unique and creative. I really like that. Good job. It's very simple. I've always been looking for things to add to parkour, because in Minecraft parkour, you got what? You got blocks, slabs, vines, ladders. That's about it. But he's invented a new way to engage in parkour, so that's very cool. HTYD. Hop till you drop. That's right. Yeah, I remember it. Hop till you drop. This is a cool one. This is another parkour thing where you have to do some really intense parkour and not die. Your goal here is to not die. There's 2 courses. There's an easy side on the left and the hard side on the right. Of course, the hard side's got fire. Why wouldn't it have fire? But this looks super difficult. Oh my goodness, how are you supposed to make that last jump? Is it possible? I don't know. I don't want to find out, guys. I don't want to attempt it on camera and be made a fool of. You know what I mean? So I'll just save that for the professionals. Yowzer. That's the hard one, I can tell. I know my parkour, guys, and that is difficult. Down here we got the duck race. Is it a chicken? Is it a duck? I guess if you're in Leisure Gaming's world, it is a duck. Especially if you're in Notch Rapids, the water themed park. So the way this would work, it's kind of like a maze, and you're supposed to lead your duck to the center. The first person to get their duck to the center wins, I believe, through the maze. Pretty simple, but I bet it's pretty frustrating. I bet it's pretty frustrating. Not only because you're going to get lost a lot, also because your duck is not going to listen. Have you ever heard of a duck who listens to commands? You can entice them with seeds, but that only goes so far. Alright, what else we got over here? Come on, what we got? Oh, drop shot! Which one was this? Let me refresh my memory. We'll go up and look at it. Oh, yes. Okay, this is one you're going to see me derp around here. Keep in mind, guys, I have my hotbar off. So what you do here is, this is a target, and you see all these buttons. The objective is to light up all the buttons. Not all the buttons, but as many buttons as you can. You're going to get in a boat. You're going to go down the water, and as soon as you pass that red thingamajigger, the red gate, then you can start shooting. I think that the objective, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but Leisure, I think the objective is to light up that emerald block. I think if you do light up the emerald block, you get a huge bonus and points. It's all based on points, I think. And I think a lot of these games give you rewards that you can cash in at the prize redemption center. You know what I mean? The prize redemption center. Oh, baby. So I'm going to try to do this game. It's not going to work because I don't have my hotbar. I tried to do it. At least I'm in the boat. I'm trying to shoot right now, but I don't have the bow selected. But you get the idea, right, guys? It's going to be tough. You're probably going to get 1 to 2 arrows off, and you're probably not going to get the emerald. I don't know. That seems really hard. I don't know if that's even possible. I don't know if that's possible. All right. It's a lot harder without that hotbar, too. Let me just say that. Okay, over here, this is really cool. This is not a game. This is something I would like to see more of in this park. This is a place for the parents and the kids to come play and eat. So this is one of those things that helps you immerse yourself in the world. You know, you're going through the park, you start to get a little hungry, the kids start whining and complaining. So you gotta take them to get food, and they can play on the structure while you relax and watch them play in the water. Yeah, just like any other water park. And he's got food. Slushie of Doom. So you can trade your gold for slushies and your irons and your funnel cakes and all the jazz. And then a place for the parents to sit and watch. Pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I like that sort of thing. A lot of immersion going on when you have that sort of thing. High and dry. So this is a variation of a popular Minecraft game. I think. Again, I'm gonna pause the video and read the rules if you want. But basically, there's 2 teams. They each have bows. They're each standing in this water, and the idea is to shoot the other team's buttons. And when a button is shot, it'll lift up a pressure plate. And if you find yourself high and dry, if you're out of the water, then you lose. I believe that's the rules. So yeah. I don't know if you have to shoot all the buttons, but as you can see, you got obstructions, so you're gonna have to do jump shots and things. You gotta stay in the water, and I think that's the objective of the game, right? Something like that. Okay, pretty cool. I think what it is when you get all of the redstone lights, when you light them all up, then the thing comes up, and you lose. So the first one to bring the enemy's thing up, they win, right? High and dry. It seems pretty cool. Yeah. He's got a lot of great ideas, guys. I was starting on a thought earlier. I didn't really finish it, but what I was saying is, on Being Around the World, we go through a lot of aesthetic builds, okay? And these builds look beautiful. On this build, things do look beautiful, but there's less focus paid to aesthetics and more purpose paid to function. And that is something that has to be recognized, guys. Trust me on this. It is very difficult to invent a mini game from scratch that people find fun. It is extremely difficult. So when you see something like this, you gotta show respect, give props. I mean, this guy has invented game after game after game, and I haven't really played them, but I can tell that a lot of these are fun. I can really tell. And that's something that should be celebrated, guys. The creativity to invent games is a real Minecraft skill. And, we got to put these people alongside the aesthetic builders. This is not an Easter egg, but this is a thank you to Stampy Longnose for coming in and being a supporter of Jason Leisure Gaming for a long time. And, yeah, Stampy's little restaurant thing, little patio. Yeah, pretty cool. So, yeah, guys, leave a like, leave comments, tell Leisure Gaming what you think of this build, what you think of his games. If you have any ideas for games that he could incorporate, any ideas for additions to this park, keep in mind, whenever you see grass, that's going to be, in the future, is going to be filled up, and it's going to be made pretty, it's going to be made to look like a theme park, you know what I mean? So this is not done, guys, keep that in mind. He's also working on the 360, he doesn't build on the one, this is all done on the 360, he's just transferred it over so we can see it. And so, yeah, hit him up on the 360 and really support this guy because, he's working his butt off to bring something for the community to share in. Just like he did with Notchland. He made this thing for the community. Hundreds of thousands of downloads. People love it. People play on it. It's been toured by all sorts of people. All sorts of people have toured it. Pat and Jen and Stampy and everyone loves it. So, I think everyone's going to love Notch Rapids too. This is water polo. This I thought was super creative. There's 2 ways to play this, with the boat or with the horse. Now, I obviously am intrigued by the horse aspect. So basically, everyone's on a horse. In the middle, a ball drops, and the objective of the game is to drop the ball into the hoppers there. That's how you score a point, just like real water polo. Except in real water polo, I don't think there's horses. But this is very creative. I like it. I like it a lot. So as you see here, there's two different game modes. You can have the horse game mode or the boat game mode. So he's got it set up in two different sides. So yeah, that's the versatility. I encourage you guys to do that with all the games you make, all your mini games. You know, you can tweak your mini games by changing up the stuff in chess that you start with. That's one way to diversify your builds, you know. It's not just water polo, it's also boat polo, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Alright. Ooh, this one's really cool. This one's really cool. This is his Pirates of the Caribbean pinball machine. Oh, man. So not only is this really aesthetically pleasing, I think it looks really cool, but it's also super functional. The redstone in here is off the chain. So you got the giant octopus in the center. Basically what you do is you press a button and it releases your minecart, which acts as your pinball, as you see there. Look at the pinball go. And it goes to the cart. Oh, he mistimed the bumper at the bottom, you see there. So what he's going to do now is going to go press a button which randomizes the track. This keeps the pinball game fresh and exciting, as you can see here. And now if you look at the tracks, they are randomizing. So whenever he presses the pinball... now they're randomized. There you go. So whenever he presses the pinball, it's going to go a different way. His objective is to get into either the boat, which gives you a gold ingot, the big squid, which gives you an iron ingot, or the treasure chest in the back. If you can get it up in there, you get a diamond. Oh, so he set off a firework in the boat. He got it to the boat. So now what he's got to do is go claim his pinball prize. So he made it in the boat. That was pretty cool. I like it. The redstone here is just... It's fascinating how they got the randomizations. So he goes to the prize collector right here. There he is. Collect your prizes, and he's got his gold ingot, which he can now trade for a Slurpee, I guess. He gets Slurpees. Isn't that amazing? Alright, that's a really cool, unique, redstone intensive pinball machine. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in Minecraft. Not at that scale anyway. Not to that scale. Alright, this one is dedicated to Pat and Jen from Popular MMOs. I guess they have, I'm not really too familiar with it, but I guess they have a mini game where, I don't really know. He was explaining it to me, but I was kind of, it went over my head. I guess they have a mini game where something happened when there was a beacon and they didn't take it from a well. So he used that idea to create a mini game. Basically the way this works is everyone's going to compete, everyone's going to jump in at the same time, and the first one to find and retrieve the beacon that is completely dry wins the game. I don't know how you're supposed to find that without dying. It's a deep water. Ooh, good luck in there, guys. One of those is dry. I'm not about to investigate. I'm not gonna blow up the spot for this game. You know what I mean? But that's a nice little well. Very large scale well. It's pretty cool. I like it. I could dig it. Alright, where are we headed to next, LG? Where are we headed? Oh, I'll look around a little bit. Keep your eyes closed. If you see the dry beacon, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Alright, you can see how that could be a challenge, right? Especially if it's nighttime. Oh, lordy. Okay, next up is his roller coaster, only it doesn't roll. It's like a floater coaster. It's a floater coaster. This is a roller coaster on water. If I could just get to the top here. Yeah, it starts at the top. We'll go up to the top. Seen a lot of roller coasters in Minecraft. This is nothing new. But this is a water coaster, so it might be new to you. I don't know. We'll see. Bean, go up. There we are. Okay. So this is where you start. I'm going to try to put a boat down, but like I said, guys, without the hot bar, it's just so hard. And I for some reason, I don't know why, I couldn't place the boat. So this is going to be me derping for a second. And this will give you time to drop a like and drop a comment on the video, what you think so far, and what you think could be added and all that. There we go. He's going to help me out. I'm in a boat. Let's go. Floater coaster. Here we go. Into the creeper's mouth. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah. This is super creepy. It's supposed to meant to be kind of horror-ish, and of course the boat breaks. One of these days, they're going to bring over some boats that don't break. I would love to make like a sturdy boat. I don't know what. It wouldn't be iron because it wouldn't float. You know what I mean? A leather boat. I don't know. But a boat that doesn't break on contact with a tadpole would be nice. So this is the floater coaster. We're just going to go in on creative mode, sort of fly walking. All right. Oh, very Pirates of the Caribbean-y. Dead men tell no tales. I love the Pirates of the Caribbean. One of my favorite rides in Disneyland. It's one of the most relaxing rides, and it's, you sit there and there's nothing really, to get your heart pumping. But it is one of my favorite rides just because of the feelings you get when you go through it. You feel like you've been transported to Treasure Island, basically. And Treasure Island's not a happy place. There's people getting murdered, the black spot, dying of scurvy, marooned on islands. It's not a happy time, but for some reason, Disney, that's what they do. They take the most vile, disgusting, dirty things, and they make it happy. Like witches, make it happy. Like pirates, it's happy. Good job, Disney, for making the dark parts of humanity happy. Oh man! So this is it's got that feel. It's got a very neuropsychish feel. Go through sections of this roller coaster meant to frighten you a little bit. Oh yeah, ender portals. I'm sure those go to different dimensions. You know what happens when you mess with dimensions. Those who know about Desolation, you know what happens when you when you mess around with portals to other dimensions. Things can go bad. I highly suggest you leave it alone. All right, we got a Hall of Skulls. Yeah. Very dark in here. Okay. Ooh, we got some lighting glitches used to his advantage, and a lot of bats. A lot of bats in here. I like those. Adds to the ambiance. Okay. We're going down. Yeah, it would be nice to have a boat, but this works too. Oh, see, very Pirates of the Caribbean-y. Very Pirates of the Caribbean-y. Is that right? That's what I meant. You know what I mean, guys, right? And then some ghost doors. I guess the ghosts are controlling those. I don't know how those are opening and closing. And then we go through the vines. This is a long roller coaster, guys. My goodness. He's got little mice here, little mice faces. I thought that was pretty creative. I like those. Alright, and then we're up here. It looks like we're coming into what seems to be like a pumpkin. Feels like a pumpkin. Smells like a pumpkin. Tastes like a pumpkin. Guys, it must be a pumpkin. There it is. We come out the creepy pumpkin's mouth. Let's make it nighttime. Yeah, look at that creepy pumpkin. Oh, jeez. That's as creepy as you can make a pumpkin look, I think. You know what I mean? Okay. So, like I said, Notchland was made for his daughter. Notch Rapids is being constructed for his son. I think he said his son's 9 or 10. Sorry if I got that wrong. I think he said 9 or 10 at the current moment. There he is. Pixel art. He's got his daughter on the entrance of Notchland. So he's got his son over here. That's really cool to be a father and be able to give to your children in a way that they can relate to. Usually when we give to our children, we give them food, clothing, shelter, money, things that they don't appreciate, right? You know what I mean? But if you give them something that they can appreciate, that's really showing your love for your kids. And, this is leading by example. Show your kids how to be creative, and they will grow up to be creative people. Good job, Leisure Gaming. I really, really enjoy your builds, but I enjoy the motivations you have for building. I think that's really cool. I think everyone likes that. I think that's why Notchland was so well respected and so well accepted, is because you did it for the right reasons. You weren't trying to, make a park just to gain views on YouTube. You did it for the right reasons, and people appreciate that. I promise. All right. So this is the whole second half of the park that I didn't even know existed. It just keeps going and going and going. So I'm going to gloss over these games a little bit faster. If you wanted to learn more about it, I'd suggest you contact LG. Maybe see his YouTube. He releases YouTube videos very seldom, but he does do them. Frogger. Anyone my age will know about Frogger. Basically, you got to get across the freeway without getting smashed by a semi-truck. This is Fish Slap. I'll link a card. Yeah. He made a video about this recently. I'll try to link his videos if I can. Basically, two people have fish with knockback, and they're trying to knock each other to death with the fish. Very Arctic feel in there. the Eskimos. I think he built that for Eskimo. The Eskimos got to fight sometimes too, and if they got to use fishes, leave them be, guys. This is more of a traditional water coaster. Sort of like a water slide. You gotta have a water slide in a water park. You know what I mean? Okay, what else we got over here? This is something to do with dragons. Yes, yes. She said it was sort of like... Wait, where are we going here? No, we're going over here. We're going to... Oh man, there's so much to see, so much to do. The whole is a dedication to Pat and Jen from Popular MMOs, who came and toured Notchland and, you know, really brought some notoriety to it. So he decided to thank them for all the things that they did for him. So he built this. Thanks for touring Notchland on PC. Very appreciative guy, very humble guy, very, you know, just a good guy. Okay, so, alright, Snapdragons. Yeah, so this is the one that's like hungry hippos. I'm not sure exactly how it works. You know, we kind of went fast for these parts of the games, which is kind of a shame because I think that for the most part we did see these games chronologically in the way he built them, and I'm noticing that he's getting better. As we go, he's adding more detail. So the further and further into this park we go, the more aesthetic looking it gets. And I think that's a testament to growing as a builder, growing as a person, being willing to, you know, see other people's work and incorporate it into yours and learn. And just, you know, everyone gets better with time, and I think that we should all be getting better with time. You don't get better by sitting in your box, guys. You get better by looking at others, drawing upon the successes of others, incorporating them into your skill set, and then, you know, you become better yourself. That's how we improve as builders, guys. So don't be afraid to look at something like this and get inspired. You know what I mean? Why don't you try building your own mini game? See how it comes out. Who knows? Maybe you'll feel like building an entire theme park around it. So for those of you who don't have projects right now, I highly encourage you to build one mini game like this. Just one. Because not only do you build it, but once you're finished building it, you bring your friends together and you play it. And you get enjoyment from your game after you've built it, which is not something that's necessarily as true for the aesthetic builders. I mean, they can always go back and look at it, but they don't get to play on it. This is a PvP game that occurs underwater. Oh, that sounds scary to me. I don't like drowning. Okay? Just don't. And this is a Christmas tree land. He built this for his daughter, I believe. I'm sorry if I forgot to. Maybe it was his son, and no one really appreciated it, so he turned it into a Hunger Games. Right? This is now a Hunger Games, this little Christmas land. How fitting, you know? Christmas is coming, so he built this like 2 Christmases ago, or something like that. I don't know. So there's a little Christmas land, which is now part of the park. So, yeah, very cool. Alright, I think that's about it. We've seen most everything. I know we glanced over things, guys. We didn't go into too much detail into the games. We didn't get to play any games, but trust me that when this park is done, you're going to be downloading it. He's going to have it up for download because he's building it all on the 360. So keep an eye open for this. Go download Notchland on the 360 or the PC if you haven't done it already. I'll have a link in the description for that. Okay, guys. Leisure Gaming. Thanks to you again, Leisure, for sharing your world with us. And thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some ideas for him, for games he could make and that sort of thing. Alright guys, I'm going to sign out. Thank you guys for watching. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.